Greetings and welcome, fellow sovereigns, to another episode of the semi-grand campaign currently in Europa Universalis 4. Right, seeing as the pace of the war has slowed down somewhat and I am no longer so pressed for... How did you get in? 28, but never mind. Let's talk about what I know of this particular episode in history concerning the Netherlands. Not all that much, actually. All things considered. I mean, like I said, the history of the Netherlands doesn't really pick up until we declare our independence from Spain. So, just sheerly based on playing these paradox games, I know, at the very least, that the Dutch provinces were somehow fallen under control of Burgundy. And that... upon the death of the Duke of Burgundy, with the Burgundian inheritance as it is displayed here, those lands would fall into the hands of Austria. Now, as near as I can tell, Austria was a fairly benevolent overlord of our lands. I mean, we are not... we don't have anything particularly to say about that in our national anthem. And I have not heard or read anything about us waging some war against Austria to gain our independence, so I'm guessing we didn't resist all that much at the time. But I might be wrong. But no, all that problem didn't really start until after... because presumably at the time there wasn't really all that much problem, because we are all Catholics here, and we spoke a fairly similar language. Even though Dutch, of course, is much different from Austrian, it is still a fairly kindred language, which I guess helped. Of course, later that became a little bit more of a problem because, well, the Reformation happened. And, yeah, that didn't really sit all that well. But, like I said, the problems didn't really start until the War of the Spanish Succession, when some Spanish prince was to become the emperor of the Holy Roman Empire, and the surrounding countries said nope. At which point there was a slight skirmish, I believe, and then it was decided that that Spanish prince or something wouldn't be emperor anymore. And for some reason in that deal, the Austrian Netherlands was given to Spain. As you do, because reasons. Reasons I don't understand and probably will never understand. Alright, can I get anything else? More reps? Yep. Can I humiliate you? Any cash? Well, not lots. Alright, so this will not give us anything beyond that. So you will be my vassal, I will get loan. And the Spanish, who suddenly had control over Protestant and Reformed land, I think. Again, I don't know the details fully, but, you know. They were kind of, you know, gonna say, become Catholic, please. But in a Spanish way, which I will not imitate because, well, my Spanish accent is atrocious. In any case, this led a little bit to a little bit of distress, and eventually the Dutch revolted, with all the various provinces joining in to form a pact against the oppression of Spain. Now, I still don't fully understand how Spain lost to us. Because, you know, that makes no sense whatsoever. Alright, first off, you like us. Yeesh. Yeah, I can't reduce it either. I'm just gonna sit on it for a bit. It's not all that much overextension. I mean, you just rebelled, I believe. Oh no, that's this one. Yeah, fair bit of unrest, but it's next to a fort, so I'm not all that worried. Because right now it's the Utrechtians that are really going for it. How bad is the unrest? This one. 10k troops. Alright. Just get that going. Alright, so you still sort of like us, but of course we have aggressive expansion and all that. Let's have you go and ease the outraged countries for a bit. Alright, so Brunswick we can't have an alliance with. Nassau is one province. That's really... I don't want to go to war for you. Alright, let's detach the mercenaries. Don't want to waste any money reinforcing you, if that's what I'm doing. Yeah, then we had our 80 Years' War. Which of course is not a single conflict, but several minor conflicts. I mean, honestly. And at some point, some German prince became involved, which sort of gave our rebellion some legitimacy, which apparently allowed for the establishment of the Dutch Republic. And then later on, through various events, we eventually gained control over the southern parts, which were the longest held by Spain, which also meant they were actually more content to remain Catholic, although that was already a thing at the time, mostly that the southern provinces were actually quite content to stay Catholic, whereas the north really was insistent on being Protestant, which is partially why there was always some friction between the various Dutch provinces. I mean, we're all Dutch together, but you know, you're heretics. Yeah. I mean, if you believe the stories that are told about this, essentially, you know, my province where I live, North Brabant, although it's called Breda here, was actually being so neglected by the central government in Holland, which is these two provinces combined, actually, so, you know, that we didn't actually get proper roads until Napoleon invaded. Because Napoleon wanted his troops to be, you know, able to walk on roads. Just to give an idea of how badly we felt mistreated by them. So I can sort of understand why they were not all that keen on, you know, joining the Republic quite so willingly, unless the Spanish were, you know, pushing it a little bit too hard. But again, this is just my interpretation of those events, and it's been a long time since I've actually read a history book, particularly on that period. All I really know is that, you know, the the German prince, our first king, I suppose you could say. And he was... I mean, he's considered a founding father, I suppose, to our country. I mean, I would never call it that, but that's the closest analogy I can think of. But from, you know, just reading the Wikipedia page, I can get that he was a prick. I mean, probably a decent military strategist, but a prick. Yeah, I really need to get this down. Yeah, let's buy it down a bit. I mean, I think I'm pretty much ensuring the Utrechtans will rebel at some point. So let's actually just go sit on loan for a bit. Because these are just Waldenesian heretics, so... I mean, they will still rebel in 3 provinces, although 2 of them don't have any unrest, so they won't. Because logic. Alright, so do I have anything new to build? Yeah, the dock. Right now I'm not losing any sailors, so I'm not worried about that. And with my little buddy Utrecht, I should have a little bit more force limit. We have reached maximum military power. Is it worth going up? I mean, we all have cloth, so none of the provinces really benefit from increasing my military power. Could turn on an edict for that. So let's do that for a bit. Yeah, that's probably enough for now. And I can turn the edict off in a year. That's fine. Now, we are mostly trying to streamline things a bit here. Alright. Alright, let's just go core it now. 10%, I think that's fine. Right, so we are still 2 years ahead, but neighbors have it already, right? It's not Austria. Who the heck has Tech 7? Which tab is that? Let's see. Technologies. Who has Tech 7? Let's see. Diffmarchen. Nassau, Saxony, Hamburg, Bohemia. Nassau doesn't neighbor me. If margin is within range. Well, I don't really care. I could get an alliance with you. And you're currently being influenced by Denmark. You are allied with Denmark, Mecklenburg, and Oldenburg, and Pomerania. That's a lot of people. With making a decent amount of income. Alright, let's just core this. Let's just repay, extend. I mean, we have what? How many loans do I have now? 4 loans? That's not too bad. Right. Right. He's loyal, that's good. Are there any other interactions I can do with my vassal? Nothing I really want to do. At least our power projection is good. What I really need is just another ally. And it's not gonna be Cologne. And we've already done that. Do I need to set up another rival? I could rival Venice, but I'm thinking why? Right. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm probably gonna drop Brunswick. I mean, right now Utrecht isn't really in any position to do anything to help me, and they're also a little bit behind on stuff. Right. 1 more year, let's do no edicts. Yep. That's a little bit more money flowing in. Yeah, no prosperity. I wonder why. Because our leader is crap. Right, well. Another province down. Yeah, I know. Alright, just... You have your autonomy. I could give you to some estate, but I kind of don't want to give them the power right now. Well, I wasn't planning on attacking Liège for some time now. It'd be quite dumb getting Alsace to like us. Because I'm pretty sure Alsace is not going to do anything. Right, no more truce with Cologne. Still allied with Liège and Hesse, so there's that, but screw them. Who are you rival to? With Liège. Well, that's neat. That's good for me. Yeah, the biggest problem is going to be Friesland. Right. Almost given them everything we can as love-wise, but we'll see. In any case, that's it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time.